Hi everyone and welcome to Dean Park. 2 or 3 years ago we all got rather excited when Accurascale released its first run of its Class 37 locomotive. Now we're on to run 3 and Accurascale have promised upgrades from the previous 2 batches. However, has it done enough to keep this model at the top of its game? Well, let's take a closer look and find out. So, like many of you, I rushed out and bought some of the original batch of Accurascale Class 37s, and I did so for good reason. Why? Because they're Scottish machines. We've got two 37/0 subclass locos here, and these have the twin split head box designation on the front with an access door in the middle. They've also been fitted with a high intensity Halford's headlight, as it was called, to work up the far north lines of Scotland. This one here is 37043 Loch Lomond, and this one here is 37051 in a triple grey livery, and both were operating up here in Scotland in the era in which I model here at Dean Park. As you could probably tell from listening to me, I've got a little bit of a cold, and it's also started blowing a gale outside, and there's somebody in the far distance there feeling the need to scream randomly every now and again. So hopefully these factors don't affect the enjoyment of the video. This particular loco here is a 37/4, and these were converted from other subclasses of 37 to have electric train heating to work in Scotland and in Wales. And this particular one here, 37420, is a Scottish-based machine, and it's got the Highland stag motif on the side of the cab. So, just what are the upgrades on this new run of Class 37? Well, let's take a closer look, and I'll work through some of the key changes made to this new model. Now, I'm deliberately not putting the model in my kind of white box for this video. I'm keeping it on a, well, there's that screaming child again. As I said, I'm not putting it in the white box for this video. I'm just going to show it as is on the layout in its natural environment, and hopefully you'll be able to see some of the changes when the model's parked up beside the previous release as well. Starting at the front, after all, when I get a new loco, I take it out of the box, I instantly look at the face of the loco. Some of you might be thinking, hold on, Accurascale have done the paint mixing a bit wrong here, because the one on the right, which is the 37/4, is a different colour of yellow to the one on the left. And this is actually correct as per the real thing. The warning yellow used on the left hand one was of an earlier tone and shade. By the time the 37/4s came along, the more modern shade of warning yellow had been implemented on locos, so therefore it's a different shade. As I mentioned at the top of the video, Accurascale have given us some upgrades on run 3 of the Class 37 that didn't appear on the first run 2 or 3 years ago. And whilst this is very welcome, it's also a tad frustrating when you put the two models side by side and you start to see the upgrades on the new model. This doesn't detract from the previous releases, it just shows how Accurascale have listened to feedback and fine-tuned their techniques and tooling to give us a more up-to-date model to keep ahead of the market. I suppose all companies are doing that now. With every new release of model, they look to make improvements, really to compete in a very crowded marketplace. The original 37 on the left there, its glazing was attached to the main body via a separate piece window frame around the glazing itself, and I always thought the fit and finish of this wasn't 100%, and if the edge of the window frame had caught the paint as it was sprayed, you could actually see some of the colour of plastic underneath, which I believe was yellow. Therefore it detracted from the look, and I recall taking a thin piece of paper with some black paint on it and sliding it in a gap between the window frame and the nose area around about here, just so I couldn't see any of the yellow plastic in that small gap. This has been improved and eliminated on the new release, as this part is now part of the body tooling, and it's only the glazing that is separately fitted. And I have to say, the glazing is super fine, it fits a lot better than the first batch, and the whole improvement here just does elevate the loco somewhat. The bonnet top doors on the first release were moulded as part of the body, and I always felt they're a little bit soft and shallow. On the new model, it's a separately fitted part, and it really does define this area of the loco a lot better, and it looks more like a Class 37. This is one of the weaker areas I felt on the original run, where Bachmann really had improved on their particular Class 37, but I see now Accurascale have responded to that, and it does look a lot better for its separately fitted access doors. Another major upgrade from the first release of the 37s is the body side grille. On the first release, these are just part of the actual body moulding and they're not see-through, whereas on the new one, it's not only separately fitted, but it's also very finely detailed, and you can see into the radiator and engine compartment. Another feature that's not instantly noticeable, the detail through the cab side windows is also better on the new Class 37s, showing some of the internal detail. As before, these engine room compartments are lit. Another area that I've seen improvement on the new models is the fitment of the hinges and handles on the access doors. On the original ones, they were a little bit overscale, and quite frankly, the gap between the area of the roof and the separately fitted part was too big. This has been addressed on the new models, and it's far more accurate and to scale. One area that still remains, however, is the large removable roof panel. It does get easy access for the user to the decoder and the speaker, and if you want to upgrade or change out the speaker, it's pretty straightforward to do here. It's all held in with push fit plugs, and there is a couple of brackets there holding the Accurathrash speaker in place. These can be lifted out. However, what I would suggest, if you're doing major work like this, I'd always take the body off anyway. It's 4 clips to take it off. It's not difficult. You just have to remember to unclip the jumper socket there from the body as you take it off from the chassis. But yeah, we've still got this large access panel here. Not my favourite feature, but yeah, it fits pretty well. One of the good things that's been continued across from the previous releases is the fantastic sound file setup on the Accurascale Class 37. It really does get its sound across authentically, especially when it's thrashing from a standing start. And as I fire up the loco here, I'll do it on the cold start feature, which is an introduction to the sound file. And then I'll pull the loco away on full thrash, and you'll get a sense of the power up of the locomotive itself. I've detailed the number 1 end, which will be at the trailing end of this shot. It's got the 3-piece snow ploughs that actually plug in 2 parts of the chassis, so they're not connected in any way to the NEM coupler socket, and that allows all the authentic pipework to be fitted to the front of the loco. And it was an enjoyable hour or so I spent detailing the front of the loco, which really brings it to life. I've also fitted Accurascale drivers and second man in the number 1 end of this, and I got these from the Accurascale website, and I'll put the link to that website in the description below. Another feature that appears in this model that hasn't appeared on the first run of Class 37s is a modelled thermostatically controlled roof fan, which actually kicks in when the loco is under heavy work. So it won't be on all the time, it'll just kick in as required, as on the real loco. If you've ever stood on a footbridge as a loco has gone underneath you with the fan operating, you do get a draft of hot air coming up. And this is obviously designed to take excess heat away from the engine to stop any overheating. This additional feature on the Accurascale model now brings it up to spec with the Bachmann Class 37, which featured this rotating roof fan from its release. So I've been playing trains with this new Class 37 around the layout. Have the improvements that Accurascale have brought to this model kept it at the top of its game? And I believe they have. The visual improvements such as the access door hatch on the nose and the fitment of the windscreens, they're a big step up for me. As is the rotating roof fan, it adds an extra electronic dimension to the model. These models certainly haven't hung around, they're all but sold out at the Accurascale website, and most variants have sold out at retailers as well, 37420 proving one of the most popular of the latest release. So at 18995 for the DC loco and 28996 for the DCC sound fitted loco, is this good value for money in today's market? And I believe it is. The 290 for a sound fitted loco is pretty standard now, and to get a highly detailed DCC ready loco for sub £200 does still represent pretty good value for money in 2026. They're not cheap investments, but as I said, you're getting a lot of model for your money and many hours of enjoyment on your layout. So there you have it, the latest release of the Accurascale Class 37. Certainly one to cherish if you're a fan of the Type 3, and I've certainly enjoyed running it around Dean Park. What are your thoughts on this model? Please get typing in the comments section below. And please also don't forget to hit those like and subscribe icons to support the channel. In the meantime, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.